Well, I thought I was done, and I went and rewatched it, and I forgot to mention. So I mentioned the one guy a couple of days ago hurt his knee. Yesterday, a complete clusterfuck. Anywho, the night crew came in. The one guy who hurt his knee was supposed to come in. He couldn't come in because he hurt his knee. The old girl, she was trying to put her chutes on the hooks on her flip down because she's in a loaner vehicle. She usually has a automatic chute truck. Anyway, it was so icy that she had the chute above her head to put it on the hooks, and her whole body started sliding with the chute. She lost her footing and went backward and hurt her back with the chute still attached to her. Anyway, so she's off for a week now. And the worst one was actually at the plant. Dude was putting water in his tank while he was getting loaded, and the ramp was so steep that when he took a step down, he took a header, landed on his back, and his head hit the ground. Now his head, thank God he wears a ponytail back there, probably cushioned the impact, and he just had back surgery. So they got him over there. She was so messed up, she couldn't drive herself over there to the urgent care. So they had two managements. And it's like, we're making this urgent care facility rich this week. So now we're down 4 drivers in 2 weeks because of the winter. So just to give you an idea of, winter pouring concrete is an occupational hazard. It is the most stressful time of the year for me. Well, as far as like the slipping and the sliding, I had in 2020 nearly broke my hip slipping on the ice. Now, my plant manager, I love this guy. He does everything he can to try to mitigate slips, falls, trips, whatever. He couldn't help what happened to me. That was on the contractor. They didn't put the steel plates over the hole. Apparently they didn't learn from the day before, because the day before I was there, car rolled into it and they needed to tow it out. Yeah. Apparently you can't teach them nothing. So anyway, I get hurt. It's pretty bad. I mean, it does not hurt nearly as bad as the hip. However, because of what is going on with it and the location, and of course my extracurricular love life of motorcycles, I'm concerned. Anywho, so my plant manager was out sanding the ramp because we had a dump truck that had to roll up in there so they could empty out one of the bins. Dump truck couldn't get it up. Get it up. Get your mind out of the gutter. Couldn't get the truck up into the ramp in order to load up with the rock that they needed to empty the bin. Anyway, so he went out with the Bobcat and he was spreading sand everywhere. He's spreading it all over the washdown area. Anywhere there is ice on the entire property, of course, because I will be out there walking around a little bit. He's got sand all over the place to prevent the drivers, when they get back to the yard, from slipping and falling as they're trying to go into the building to go to the bathroom. That kind of thing. So, so one happened at the plant. Old girl happened at the job. Me, I happened at the job because his contractor's a dumbass. And the other dude, he did something. I don't know if he was climbing out and slipped and ended up torquing his knee, slipping on the ground, or if he was in the mixer, or however the hell he did it. But I think it was ice related. So winter pouring is extremely, extremely, extremely dangerous. Ice cleats are just, they're impractical in this. I've sat there and thought about it because I have a pair, the ones that slip over your boots. I have a pair of ice cleats. The little removable ones. They rubber and they go around, go over the top of your, boots, whatever. And they get stuck in the holes on the grates in the mixers. They tear up the floor in the mixer. They get packed with mud on job sites. They pick it up. It's almost like we need jagged golf shoes or something. I don't know what to tell them. There really is. I have not slipped since I bought my boots. I have a certain brand that I buy. They're off Amazon. They're called Taiwi. And they have really, really awesome tread on them. Yeah, their price is probably going to double now that I'm advertising for them. They're amazing, especially for like winter. And they're big enough and easy enough to slip off. You put mine, or I think they're a size 7. They're female. And I can fit like a pair of socks, a pair of wool socks, and maybe another pair of socks inside these boots. And they're insulated. So I can put extra socks on, keeps your feet stupid warm. And you don't have the slippage. You don't slip nearly as much. Now, when I hurt my hip back in 2020, I was in mucks. Oh yeah. I was like, that was like trying to do concrete and ice skates. They suck in the snow. They're good for the farm. They're good for mud and shit. They're not good on ice. Tidewees are great on ice. So anyway, you still got to be careful though. Anywho, yeah, this is just the follow-on. I'm sorry, I forgot to add all of this detail in, and if I had it would have made the video, God, I don't know, 40 minutes. So, yeah, I'm actually appreciating this break. No pun intended. But I'm behind the desk. I talked to one of the guys yesterday. I called the other guy he was kind of partnered up with. Said, hey, let dude know that he's washing out too. And I don't have his number, so I would tell him myself. And so he's like, you want your number? So I gave it to him, and he called me. He was like, so what do they got you doing? I said, I'm sitting behind the desk processing credit cards, doing, pickup orders, and, watching the board and letting you guys know that as soon as you turn pink on that board, whether you are on way to the job, at the job, pouring at the job, or returning from the job, as soon as your color changes, I'm letting you know. 1, so you don't have to fill with unnecessary water. Or 2, you know that, you can take some time at the dump, washing your truck prior to getting back to the plant, save you some fucking time. That way you're getting out of there quicker. Especially if you work nights. He was like, that's cool. I was like, yeah. So I am filling the gap in the communication. And it also helps my plant manager from having to try to be in 2 places at once, which is just, it's exhausting. What he's got to do is exhausting. So I'm his little assistant until I get better. I will likely go back into the truck. Hopefully this is healed or heals correctly. I am skeptical. I think there's a lot more damage to it than just the plantaris behind the back of the knee. I think it's gnarly. I think we got like quad muscle tendon tear or collapse or something. Ligament is disengaged. There's a lot of weird shit going on with my leg right now. So anyway, y'all have a great weekend. This is a salutation again. Peace out. Be safe.